Emeka's brothers were four. Obiora, the eldest, was a retired civil servant in Enugu who wore agbada to informal occasions and had strong opinions about everything he did not personally do. Chidi was a spare parts dealer in our bar with restless eyes and a handshake that lasted too long. Nana was the quiet one, a secondary school vice principal whose quietness Ngozi had always found more unsettling than his brother's noise. Because quiet men in family matters were not peaceful men, they were men who had decided to wait. The youngest, Ifini, was 29 and largely irrelevant except as a vote. They arrived at the compound at 9 in the morning, which was early enough to be a statement. Ngozi had not slept. She had spent the night after the guests left sitting at the small desk in the bedroom she had shared with Emeka for 16 years, working through the business in her head, orders pending, payroll due at the end of the month, the Anambra state government contract that required a performance bond renewal in 3 weeks, the supplier in Lagos who had extended credit on the basis of their relationship and would need early communication about continuity. She made lists. She made lists because lists were the architecture of control, and control was what stood between her and the particular disaster she could feel building at the edge of things, not the grief she could manage, grief the other thing. The thing with documents. She had known about the documents problem for years. It had been an argument. Once, early in the marriage, she had asked Emeka to register the business in both names, and he had said he would do it, and she had believed him, and then the months passed and she raised it again and he said there was no need. They were husband and wife, what was his was hers, and she had believed that too, and then she had made the mistake that intelligent women in love make. She had trusted the feeling to substitute for the paperwork. The business Okafor Printing and Publishing Limited was registered in Chukwuemeka Ife-Nyachukwu, Okafor's name alone. The property on which the press stood, a corner plot on Iweka Road that Emeka had purchased in 2009 with a substantial portion of their combined savings, was in Chukwuemeka Ife-Nyachukwu, Okafor's name alone. The operational account at First Bank had her as a signatory. Emeka had done that much, but the account itself was domiciled under the company, and the company belonged to a dead man, and a dead man's assets belonged, under a combination of intestate succession assumptions and Igbo customary pressure, to his family. This was the mathematics she had been running all night. Obiora did not waste time. He sat in Emeka's parlor, her parlor, with the comfort of a man taking a seat that already belonged to him, and he said, after the brief formalities of morning greetings and the prayer Nana led with his eyes pointedly closed, "We will need to go through my brother's papers." Ngozi poured the tea herself. She set a cup in front of each of them. She sat down across from Obiora with her hands flat on her thighs and said, "Of course. When the burial is settled." "The burial and the papers can run together," Obiora said. "There is no reason to delay one for the other." "There is the reason of respect," Ngozi said pleasantly. "But I hear you." Chidi, the spare parts dealer, cleared his throat. "Nobody is being disrespectful, Ngozi. We are just saying that things need to be put in order quickly. A business cannot run without proper management." "I have been managing it for 15 years, Ngozi said. "It will not stop running this week." The room went quiet in the specific way rooms go quiet when a sentence has landed that everyone heard but nobody wants to be the first to acknowledge. Nana, the vice principal, looked at the middle distance. Ifini studied his phone. Obiora put down his cup. "That is something we will need to discuss," he said. "As a family." Ngozi looked at him steadily. "Yes," she said. "We will."